I'm basically going to say this right now. If I hear anyone say to me SmackDown either sucked, or if they say it was bad, or if they say they're giving away a pay-per-view match for free on TV, then I honestly have nothing left to say to you. I mean, seriously, it makes no sense for anyone to complain about what happened on SmackDown today. There's no reason. I don't want to hear a single word about anybody saying SmackDown was bad, or if they gave away a free pay-per-view match on TV. Who cares? Who cares if they gave away Nakamura and Cena on TV? Sure, there's going to be some people out there that's going to say, oh, the match was boring. Honestly, I do not care. I honestly really do not care what people have to say about SmackDown today. Well, I thought SmackDown was brilliant. Certain matches were good. There was some filler in between, but overall I thought SmackDown was really, really good. The show kicked off with AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Now I did not see this match. Because I was at university, but my friends was watching SmackDown, and I caught the ending of it. Well, Kevin Owens was cracking the shits when I arrived because he lost, and the replay showed that Kevin Owens had his arm up while he was being pinned. So looks like we're going to be getting a rematch, which is exactly what we're going to be getting at SummerSlam. We're going to be getting AJ Styles and Kevin Owens at SummerSlam, but there will be an extra twist to it, which I will get to later on. And we had the Usos mocking the New Day! Yeah, the Usos mocking the New Day, which they were talking a lot of trash, and they were just saying a lot of this other but silly bullshit. But I will say the New Day are doing really well as heels. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not denying that at all. So then we get to Sami Zayn versus Aiden English. I mean, this match really disappointed me. This disappointed me. And the reason why it disappointed me is because this match didn't even last, like, Aiden English's singing lasted longer than this match. Aiden English spent about a minute and a half singing, which I do not mind his singing, by the way. I think his singing is classic. No one can beat me in the WWE. I thought his singing was very impressive. I don't know why people hate this gimmick. I don't know why I've heard a lot of people say they hate this gimmick. I do not know why people hate this gimmick, but it's slowly growing on me. This gimmick is slowly growing on me. I'm really enjoying his singing. Shockingly, the reason why I'm disappointed is because this match ended really quickly. And I honestly didn't like how the match ended really quickly. I thought, and I really hope, and I wasn't hoping this was the case. I was really hoping they just weren't, going to have all the other matches rushed so that we can get to the main event. But thankfully we got some decent matches. We had Naomi and Becky team up against the team of Carmella and Natalya. You know, this tag team match, it honestly didn't really do much. It was good in some cases, but to me, it kind of felt like, you know, why have tag team matches to set up these feuds? I mean, yeah, Natalya didn't get pinned or tap out, because that's what happened to Carmella. She tapped out to Naomi. I mean, if you want to build Natalya up, you got to have her, you know, beat people. Yeah, there's hardly anybody on SmackDown for her to beat. It means like you got Becky, Naomi, Becky. I mean Becky, Naomi, Charlotte. That's all you've got. Those are all the baby faces you've got. So you got no other way to build up Natalya. So you telling me you couldn't get Natalya against Lana just because? It was very disappointing. I'm not saying these women, you know, I enjoyed what these women brought. I know it wasn't a lot of wrestling, but you know, it was good enough for me to say, you know what, I accept this match. This match, to me, I accepted this match for what it is. It was more of a who can make the champion tap out challenge in the end. Who can get the first tap out in the end challenge. That's what it pretty much all turned out to in the end of the match. Natalya got the sharpshooter on, pulled Naomi back into the middle of the ring. Naomi grabbed the rope. Carmella tagged herself in. Then she applied the code of silence, and then Naomi gets out of the code of silence and turns it into the Feel the Glow, which apparently that's now what the move is called, which I still call it by its actual name, Slayer Mission. So then Naomi gets her in the Slayer Mission, and guess what happens? Becky comes in the ring, Beck plexes Natalya, and then Carmella taps out. And that's what I predicted in my mind. I'm like, yeah, these two are bickering back and forth trying to make the champ tap out, but once Naomi gets the submission on, Becky's going to come in and make the save. Which that is exactly what happened. Chad Gable versus Rusev. Now this match, I think, was really good. This match was really good. As much as I dislike Rusev, he put on a hell of a match. He put on a good match with Chad Gable. Now I know some people are going to be disappointed that Chad Gable didn't get the victory. But honestly, honestly, it didn't bother me because the match was good. I think Chad Gable did very well. Chad Gable, to me, it feels like they're building him up as like this guy who, you know, is ready to show the world what he's got. Like he puts on great matches. He'll bust his ass off, but in the end he'll just fall short. If that's the character they're trying to pull out in Chad Gable, I could see something good in Chad Gable if they're going to go down that route. But I feel like he's now I'm not saying he's the Lana. He hasn't won a match yet in one-on-one competition. But Chad Gable, to me, he's good. He's really good. And I know he's really good. Rusev really impressed me. As much as I don't like this guy, he impressed me. He really did impress me. I thought he put on a hell of a match. These two guys really worked well together. Can you imagine one day if Chad Gable is the United States champion and those two fighting over the US title? Those would be pretty good matches. Those would be pretty good matches. I think Rusev and Chad Gable can definitely have some good chemistry. Keep putting these two guys together, and I'm pretty sure they will gel very well together in the very near future. And now the main event. Shinsuke Nakamura versus John Cena. Now, like I said in my review, the only negative out of this match is that if John Cena gets the win. This match. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm disappointed. I'm not disappointed. It is what it is. The match is what we got, and you're gonna have to accept it. There's gonna be people out there, maybe like, I'm not gonna mention names, but there's gonna be people out there who think, oh, this match didn't live up to the hype. This match didn't really do well for the audience. I mean, if it didn't do well for the audience, why were they cheering? I was hearing a lot of fans cheering. There were a lot of crowds. There was a lot of people in the crowd cheering. If the fans were into it, they were into it. And in my opinion, this match was good. It was really, really good. Even better than good. It was great. They really portrayed this match, to me, pretty good. There's going to be people out there who is not going to, accept that it's really good. There's probably going to be people saying, oh, it didn't live up to the hype. It didn't live up to the standards of a dream match. There's going to be people out there that's going to say that. Guarantee it. One of them comes to my mind, but I'm not going to say his name. Shinsuke Nakamura gets the victory. Right choice, WWE. WWE made the right choice. They made the right choice by having Shinsuke Nakamura pick up the victory. And it was in clean fashion. Kinshasa, it took one Kinshasa. It took one Kinshasa to take out John Cena. And yes, I did miss something about the whole Rusev thing. I'll get back to that. I'm going to get back to that now before I end it with what happened post after the Nakamura Cena match. I forgot to bring this up. It just clinked in my head just now. After Rusev beat Chad Gable, he got on the microphone and he was saying, ever since I came to Smackdown, I was looking for competition. He says, nobody can beat Rusev. I challenge anyone from SmackDown, in the SmackDown locker room, to come out and challenge me. And as he was flapping his gums, and when he said, I dare any challenge, he said, I want to challenge anyone. I want a new challenger. And I was, in my back of my mind, I was like, Randy Orton? And then Randy Orton came out. And people, this is new. This is something new and it's fresh. It's something new and it's something different. Randy and Rusev have never had a match with each other. They never have. They've never had a match with each other. So you never know what these two could give us. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few people out there that's going to say, Randy's going to bury Rusev. There's going to be people out there that's going to say that. But anyway, I'm very happy that it's not Great Khali that's facing Randy Orton, because I heard that was being rumored. So I'm happy Randy Orton has something to do at SummerSlam. And I'm very glad that they've done that with Randy. So now we're going to move on to post matchup. Post after Nakamura and Cena. Baron Corbin came out and attacked Nakamura after his match. Cena came back in to aid him, and then Baron Corbin got the upper hand on Cena, pulled the steps dragged the steps over to the table, and Baron Corbin's about to grab Cena, and drags him up the steps, and then Cena grabs Baron Corbin into the AA position, and AA's Corbin through the table, which that is what happened post after Nakamura defeating John Cena. And they shook hands, put their hands up. John Cena shows respect to Shinsuke Nakamura, and that is how SmackDown ends. And as much as I dislike Cena, I will give him credit. He showed a lot of respect in the end. He accepted defeat like a true champion, and to me, I really hope we can only hope that Shinsuke Nakamura picks up the victory against Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. It needs to happen. Now, I know there's going to be people saying that Baron Corbin could cash in at SummerSlam on Nakamura. I don't know about that. I honestly do not know about that. I think that could be a risky move because you would think protecting Nakamura would be a good thing. But I can understand why people would think this. Because, Baron Corbin's in the middle of a feud with Nakamura right now. So this kind of does make sense. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to see it. I want Nakamura to be protected. I want Nakamura to be the WWE Champion. I don't want him winning the title off Jinder Mahal. And then Baron Corbin cashing in his case on him. So then only for Nakamura to chase and win the title back. To me, that's kind of silly. So, I would much rather Shinsuke Nakamura picking up the win at SummerSlam, and when it's the right time, then you have Corbin cash in. Or you can just have Baron Corbin get drafted over to Monday Night Raw and have him cash in on the Universal Championship. But that really all depends what they're going to be doing. Going to be doing down the line. So anyway, guys, that has been my Smackdown Live review. Smackdown to me was a very good show. To me, it really did well, except for the Aiden English Sami Zayn match. I thought that was disappointing. The women, the women were okay. It's your usual traditional women's tag team match. Those were probably the only two bad, lackluster things about SmackDown. But everything else about SmackDown, it was really good. And I guessing I did kind of forget one thing. The Owens situation. Owens cracked it, and Daniel Bryan has made Shane McMahon the referee of that match, and it's going to be good. I think SummerSlam is looking up to be a very good card. There's going to be people out there who might think it's not looking really good, but to me, it's looking like a pretty good card. You've got John Cena and Baron Corbin eventually coming to SummerSlam. You've got Orton, Rusev. I mean, you've got a lot of good potential matches for SummerSlam, and I cannot wait for SummerSlam. So anyway, guys, that has been my SmackDown Live review. I hope you all enjoyed it. Now that I've got everything out there, I will see you all next time.